I'm Ashton Addison from EventChain for Investment Pitch Media and FinTech News Network. And today on Blockchain Interviews, we have Natalia Karayaneva, the CEO of Proppy, a real estate platform that's utilizing blockchain technology. Welcome to the show, Natalia. It's great to see you today and great to have you on the show.
Thank you, Ashton. Hello, everyone. Very happy to be here today.
Wonderful. And I'm glad you're here as well. So let's talk about Proppy. Could you please start by giving us an overview of the company and what your guys' solutions look like for people that are purchasing real estate?
Yeah, absolutely. So Proppy is a Silicon Valley-based company. It's a prop tech startup that is solving the real estate purchases pain points. Imagine you want to buy a property today, either in Silicon Valley or Paris or London. What would you do? You know how to rent out a property? You would use Airbnb. It's global, understandable. But in real estate, the process in different countries are very different. It's very risky process. So at Proppy, we use smart contract technology to automate the purchase process.
Great. So I can imagine there's a lot more things involved when you're purchasing a property rather than just renting it. So you guys have put the real estate contracts into smart contracts on the blockchain. Is that the main differentiator between your platform and other real estate platforms that are just selling real estate through a digital platform?
That's a very good question. So as of today, we're seeing real estate portals, real estate listing platforms, where you can choose a property, browse for properties, but you cannot actually acquire a property with a couple clicks. Our mission is to allow customers to sign a purchase agreement, to make a payment on our platform, and receive the culmination of the deal, its evidence, title deed. And every step we record on blockchain. So if there are any claims in the future, there is an opportunity to go to courts and claim that this is the offer I have signed as a customer, and this is the payment which I did on the platform. So actually, platform of Proppy is streamlining the purchase process. It's in compliance with all the regulations, so it's more or less the traditional process brought entirely online. And smart contract does not replace purchase agreement.
Mm-hmm.
It's a very often math misconception. Smart contract allows us to streamline and automate the process, but the offer and the purchase agreement are still in place.
Okay, that makes sense. When I think of purchasing real estate off the bat, I think that you have to deal back and forth with lawyers and real estate agents and go back between the parties. And I could imagine internationally that's a very long process. So is part of that making less steps and just making it faster?
Absolutely, yeah, that's a great point as well. Looks like you understand the pain points of today's real estate process. So normally the agent, the buyer, company have to exchange documents between themselves, and they normally use emails or scans and prints. Now platform, they have the transparency of which party, what they need, and which party needs to execute the next step. So it's like notification platform, and it allows every one party to be aware of the next steps and execute everything they need today. This is why it speed up the process very much.
Great. So you guys are utilizing smart contracts. I'd love to learn a little bit more about that. But as well, I know that there's a cryptocurrency tied in with that, the Proppy currency. Could you talk a little bit about that currency? What is it used for in the platform? And is it required by everybody that's using the platform and forced to be using that?
Absolutely. So smart contracts are enabling the entire process to be executed, starting from purchase agreement, then payment, and then the title deed, receiving of the title deed. You cannot receive a title deed if you have not signed the prior documents, or if we didn't receive the payment receipt. This is why smart contracts is so important to be in place. But in order the set of smart contracts that we have developed to execute themselves, we need the fuel for those smart contracts, which is our Proppy utility token. And we charge our users upon every transaction. So they pay us in dollars, a fraction of the property price, and then we convert the dollars into Proppy tokens, and then we follow the smart contract. Of course, in the future, we envision when the mass adoption of cryptocurrency and utility tokens will happen, our users will just pay directly in Proppy tokens. This is how our business model is working. We just charge the token upon the transaction. So agents and sellers, they can list the property today without any upfront payment, and only if there is an executed deal, this is when they pay.
Okay, great. That makes sense. So with people that are purchasing properties, do people on Proppy have the ability to, let me just get this clear, that they can pay with fiat currencies, which would probably be, more likely since properties can be expensive, but they also allow direct purchases with cryptocurrencies only? Do you have the choice?
Yeah, our users have this great choice of either paying in cryptocurrency, Bitcoin, Ethereum, XRP, BNB, Binance. These are the 4 coins we are accepting right now. We're also accepting all traditional currencies, over 30 traditional currencies as of today. And also the payment could be hybrid, which means that the buyer can send Bitcoin, we exchange Bitcoin into fiat currency, and then the seller doesn't have any involvement with cryptocurrency. So for the seller, it's like a very traditional deal.
Yeah, that's great. And that's needed, I think, for lowering the barriers to entry, allowing more people to purchase properties, and growing the community. So let's talk a little bit about the Proppy community and how you guys have grown so far. So is the platform running live? Have people already purchased properties with cryptocurrency and fiat currencies? And how big is your guys' community?
Yeah, so we made our token sale in August and September 2017, and we had 6,000 purchases of our tokens. And since then, our community has been growing rapidly. So we have about 20,000 subscribers to our newsletters, receiving our news every 2 weeks. We also have thousands of followers on Twitter, Facebook, all other accounts. And most importantly, we have over 20,000 registered users, including agents.
That's great. Wonderful. And have you guys sold properties with cryptocurrency, or is it mainly a fiat thing?
Yeah, so last year we actually did 12 transactions. But the majority of them were in cryptocurrencies or hybrid, where we transferred Bitcoin to dollars. We did deals in Ether, Bitcoin to Bitcoin, Bitcoin to dollars, and our recent transactions are all in dollars. Obviously, the crypto enthusiasts are preferring now to wait the crypto to restore its value and then to consider acquiring a real estate. The majority of our requests buy a property with Bitcoin was a year ago when Bitcoin was $20,000.
For sure.
Many new appeared crypto millionaires were considering to acquire a property, which is not a thing today, unfortunately, but we never know when crypto winter will be over.
Definitely. Yeah, I could see how people want to hold their cryptos until it goes back up. And so that's great to see that you guys already have a lot of traction throughout 2018 as well. So we mentioned a little bit back about the revenue model and how you guys are taking a bit on the executed contracts. Is that your main source of revenue, and is that sustainable? And do you guys have any other secondary revenue sources and models that you're working on inside of the platform?
Yeah, we have several opportunities for revenues. We're working with several governments where we sell our software for their registries. So we have a subscription-based model with them, consultancy agreements with them. So they've been a variety of agreements. But the major one is the one I mentioned, and I think that's the best one to scale, actually to be the market network or a multi-sided marketplace where supply being acquired without any upfront fees. and then we charge only upon a transaction like Airbnb or Amazon. So we really focus on that channel of revenue.
That's great. Well, let's hope that the cryptocurrency comes back up soon and the platform is flourishing throughout 2019. So if we could branch into that a little bit, I'd love to know, what are the plans for Proppy for 2019, and what does your short-term upcoming roadmap look like?
Yeah, absolutely. So last year we revealed our roadmap, and 90% of the milestones were executed. It was the year of innovation. We launched our transaction platform and then adapted transaction platform so that we can do transactions in multiple different jurisdictions. So we made the first US transaction, then we made the first European Union transaction. But this year is all about growth. So we have a great product right now. Of course, we're still doing further integrations needed for agents and brokerages. But the main thing now is to sell. And we were lucky to acquire some top performing agents to use our platform. And the short-term goal in Q1 and Q2 is actually to sign up larger brokerages, especially those cloud-based virtual brokerages, which have to have a solution in place that aligns and optimize the closing process for their agents and respectively for the end user.
Definitely. And I could see how onboarding brokerage services and other real estate platforms that already have lots of clients would be a good strategic partnership for you guys to expand rapidly. So that's good. What obstacles or challenges do you see in achieving your goals for 2019? Whether it's just the housing market going down or specific barriers into trying to get people to use cryptocurrency, what challenges do you foresee having to overcome?
The challenge has been education, of course. It's a very long cycle of sale where we need to educate and make a lot of demos to agents and brokers, and then to the buyer and the seller to understand how the process works, that it's not actually far away from the traditional process. It's online and secure. So that's the main obstacle. I wouldn't say that the crypto winter affected us really better. It actually allowed us to be more disciplined and to be more focused on the short-term goals. But of course, it would be much better if cryptocurrencies will recover. So there've been a lot of challenges, right? When you're pushing an early stage startup, there are challenges like from team perspective, growth, and so many challenges, but I believe they're all normal, ordinary challenges that every company meets in the early stages.
I agree. Well, and I'm glad that you guys are up for the challenge, and I'm excited to see how you guys do throughout 2019. Now, are you guys expanding your team? Are you expanding geographically? And are you looking for more people to get involved with Proppy?
Our engineering team is located in Bulgaria, where I used to live before and develop properties there. So we're always looking for the engineering talent there to expand the engineering skill set. Here in the Bay Area, we have several engineers, but the majority of the team are actually brokers, UX UI specialists, marketing advisor, and we want to expand into more sales executives, as I mentioned, because of this year goals. So we're looking for more sales and biz dev team. That being said, of course, as you have heard, many crypto companies have shrunk their teams last year. So obviously we had to also adjust our current budget. So we fired some consultants, some vendors that were more expensive and not that critical for the current achieving of the milestones.
That's great. Good to hear. And if people are looking to maybe become a part of the team, or maybe they're just interested in learning more about the project, what's the best way for them to get involved?
Yeah, so for those who wants to take part of the revolution in real estate involving blockchain, please visit us at Propy.com. We have a video there explaining how it works, and also the newsletter subscription field. Please sign up or send us an email to info@proppy.com.
Wonderful. Thank you, Natalia. I will leave that in the description box below for the viewers as well. And that's all the time we have for now, but I look forward to seeing how Proppy flourishes in 2019, and for sure we'll have another interview in the coming months to follow up and see how the platform has grown. So thank you for your time today.
Thank you, Ashton. Thank you very much.